Close?
Well, they can help them, and that's one thing that people need to realize. We're in a that we need all industry we can get, except for one. That when you have a union in mind. And they kicked this out. In fact, to be honest, in 1959, we informed just from what is called a Main Street Development Corporation, because we thought that either Walker was going to leave here, and we wanted if we couldn't get them to stay. One more. It's a big thing here.
Get this air conditioner. You said we helped them get it.
We helped them get a loan here at one of the local banks to finance this and put it through. They got it.
So they did completely remodel this?
They remodeled all the inside. In fact, they changed a lot. Some of these ladies were working there. Some of them are still.
About this.
Yeah. Real nice people. Corporation was put in. We were going to try to do a Bible plant, try to do something as a Chamber of Commerce.
Okay, so there was a chamber and there was a Main Street development, just like there now is.
KDC, Kent Development Corporation.
Yes, okay.
Which was formed in order for us to get Emerson Electric.
Okay.
We formed KDC, and which they owned the building main building out where Emerson Electric is right now. And that was formed just for that one purpose, to get Emerson Electric here. You know, we lost them the first time. But anyway, that's somebody else will tell you about
well,
that.
all right. I'm rather curious now about losing them the first time.
The first time we lost them to Paragould. We don't have the right to work law here in
What
Missouri.
year are we talking about?
We're talking about the year 1958.
Okay.
We went several times. Several of us went to St. Louis. In fact, Miss Joe Wellman can give more than Joe Wellman knew one of the members of the board of Emerson Electric, and through his efforts and pushing other people, helping him, was responsible for it.
Okay.
Now somebody else will tell you about the rest of that.
Okay, but Ely Walker, you in your year, you were instrumental in...
The chamber was.
The chamber. Well, all right, but now this man is chamber president, so he's...
The people who did. Jack Stapleton, for instance, was industrial chairman on the thing. Mr. Baker was president of KDC, of Main Street Development Corporation, and those are people that helped push this thing through and got it done. Joe Wellman helped us get the loan deal through. So
what he's saying is the chamber president, what he's trying to say is the chamber president didn't really do anything. It was everybody else. But now I think the chamber president probably had a hand in this.
We all helped. We all did it.
Okay.
And during this time, for instance, these people at Ely Walker, the employees helped us too. I mean, they put out production that helped and worked hard to get the thing done.
Do you remember how many more years did Ely Walker?
Stay here after that? I don't know. I can't really tell you how many years it was. They finally just didn't leave here because of only one thing. They were pushed out of Kennett for one reason, and that was because of foreign competition. They're making this stuff in Taiwan and these other places they couldn't compete with.
Okay.
That was the whole thing that caused us to lose Ely Walker at that time. But they were good people while they were here. Another thing during this 1959, as I told you, Emerson Electric had come to town. Emerson Electric started production in 1959.
Okay. Now, to get an industry like Ely Walker, like Emerson Electric, it takes usually several years, doesn't it?
Yes, it takes several years. It just don't come up, and people wonder why you don't run out here as soon as you make a little contact with these people and tell everybody in town about it. You don't do it for several reasons. One reason, you want to keep it to yourself in your own time, because all these other towns trying to do the same thing you're trying to do. In fact, once I know one little industry that we lost, because it was told to everybody, and they told about it, and they went out and told it, and the place where the industry was, just enlarged their capacity they had there, and we lost it.
Okay.
And that's the reason why a lot of people think this stuff is kept quiet, so we didn't want anybody to know about it. And that we're trying to keep industry out of some of that kind of stuff. And it's not that at all. We want the thing to be kept quiet till we can tie the thing down.
No, I know. I usually have questioned somebody, have we got any industry thinking about coming to Kennett? And boy, everybody gets really closed-mouthed. They don't want to tell us about it.
Well, they don't want you to know, but not because they want to announce it when we can get.
Yeah.
They don't want to know it. For instance, the one I was telling you about was Poplar Bluff, and we lost that to Poplar Bluff on that account. And you just got.
And you can't blame Poplar Bluff for getting busy.
I can't blame them. No, but they didn't know anything about it till we let the cat out of the bag, and then it's too late.
Okay.
So you do those things. So you want to be sure that these industries are all compatible with the other industries you got in town. You have an obligation to every industry in this town that these industries come in here are compatible with them. You say, what do you mean? I mean just that. For instance, at one time we had an industry coming into Kennett, and Emerson Electric was getting ready to enlarge and have more people employed than this industry was coming in. And we waited till everything was all settled and understand and everything was agreeable and everything before we did it. Then next year, but the next year, Emerson Electric did this, put it all in. And these other industries are entitled to it. If you're coming to this town and you're begged to get here, you expect people to respect you for doing these things. That's where the chamber sets into the thing in order doing it. And as I said, Emerson Electric, we lost them to Paragould because, the main reason I think it was Arkansas has right to work law, and so does Tennessee. So you see where Missouri sitting here in the middle has to be.
And I don't understand this about this right to work thing and why we're sitting in the middle and why we keep losing.
We can't pass it. We worked to try to pass right to work law in Missouri, in Kansas City, and St. Louis. It beat the tar out of us where all the unions are out there.
Okay.
And all the right to work law is that man don't have to belong to the union. They can make him belong, but they do. When you don't have the right to work law, they do have that. But that's another story, too. Incidentally, Emerson was supposed to be a part-time plant.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what happened?
Not full-time. Well, the chamber sold them on the idea that a full-time plant would be better. And we showed them they had the employees here to run for them to get the plant, and they took us up on the deal and did it.
All right. And you've been talking with T.A. Brown, who has been a Chamber of Commerce president in 1959. He's talked about events here in Kennett, and we're going to do this again with many of these other fellows whose pictures are on the wall behind.
You have been watching Time for Talk. Time for Talk is a community betterment service designed to cooperate with our local community betterment program. Each evening, Monday through Friday at this time, Rosemary interviews local personalities and others who bring items of interest to this community. If you are aware of items of interest, please let us know for possible airing on this program. Time for Talk is brought to you through the cooperation of Kennett Cablevision Incorporated and is produced through the facilities of the Slicer Street Church.